Alright, ramble video. This is not anything special. The weather's just really, really garbage today, and there's nothing else to do. So I'm gonna film some maintenance on the daily driver. It's not super interesting, but it's content, I guess. So I don't know if we're gonna do everything today because it's like 35 degrees outside and it's raining. And I don't have everything, actually. I'm short on oil. So we'll change the air filter and coolant and oil change maybe another day and clean the cabin filter. So this is going to be just me talking about all sorts of random stuff. So here we go. So this is my 2017 Tacoma. 111,000 miles on it, and bought it brand new at the very tail end of 2016. Haven't had a whole lot of issues with it. A couple warranty things here and there. I had the carrier bearing replaced under warranty. I had a cab mount replaced under warranty, so it was squeaking. And then I hit the 30,000 mile mark, 36,000 mile mark. The bumper to bumper ends. I do all my own maintenance junk repairs anyway, so I am quote unquote the warranty. It's basically all stock, pretty much, with the exception of a few things here and there. It's got Cali raised ditch light brackets with the rigid 360 series lights. S&B cold air intake, which was really just because I was bored one day. The truck needed an air filter, so I decided, well, I'm going to do an air filter, I might as well do the intake. It's got a set of Fox Racing Pro coilovers on it, and then it's got the OV2 flash on it, 93 flash. Just replacing the air filter on this today. I ordered another. I don't like the oil filters. There's kind of some, I mean, there's nothing wrong with them, they work, but if you don't oil them enough, they don't catch the dirt and like really nasty stuff that you don't want going down the intake. If you over oil them, they can clog like maps and cause all sorts of weird issues. So there we go. It does have a pre-filter on it. That didn't come with the intake. I bought it extra. It's got a Southern style off-road front bumper. And I think that's about it. This thing's basically stock. It's got an Odyssey battery. I don't really consider that a modification. It's just kind of like the factory battery. Took a dump. Go figure. Spewed acid everywhere. What do we got going on here? This thing's pretty nasty. I'm surprised. It's definitely due for a cleaning. Yeah. I think I might have waited a little long on that one. This thing's probably got 60,000-ish miles on it. That's with a pre-filter. So, I guess it was time. Oops. I'm gonna go wash this pre-filter sock out real quick. Be right back. Okay. Just giving this thing a quick wipe down because it's nasty. I need to power wash and detail this whole truck. poor thing. It's, like I said, it's on daily driver duty, so it gets used. And it's definitely had its fair share of work done to it. It's been a really good truck. I've been really pleased with it, actually. It's the perfect size for me, because more than this is overkill for anything I do, because I hardly haul anything more than a motorcycle. And this thing pulls little tiny motorcycle trailers like no problem, and it hauls them in the bed pretty good too. So, but I guess change it. There's the new one. Got the box all cleaned out. If you can't tell yet, I really can't. I haven't decided what I wanted to do with this channel. I'm trying to. Obviously it's going to be motorsports related because that's kind of my thing. But I don't know exactly what I'm going to show yet. Video's boring. I'm going to do more interesting stuff. I'm thinking about doing motovlogs too. It's just one of those days. It's kind of a dreary day with not a whole lot of stuff to do, and I got to get this done. So I figured film it, at least it's something. Maybe I'll think of something interesting to talk about. I do have other interesting projects, specifically the truck I'm building to race around. I call it my race truck. It's not really anything that crazy, but it is a fully built turbo 5.3 Silverado, obviously LS variant. I built the motor for it myself. Trans is being built by Jake's Performance in it's got a Precision 7675 turbo in the engine, and I may not even publish this video. I guess it's more of a note to myself, because I just don't. It's just not really doing it for me, and I don't think anybody's going to be interested in watching this. If I didn't mention, this is an S&B cold air intake for any Tacoma people watching that are curious. It does not add horsepower, I'll tell you that right now. I know a bunch of guys on the forums will scream and cry about, oh yeah, it does, blah, blah, and honestly, those are people that just can't be honest with themselves that they spent. These are expensive. These enclosed air boxes are like, I think this whole kit was like $350, maybe $400. It's expensive for a cold air intake. And they just can't live with the fact that the purchase they made doesn't do all of the things they want to do. It does some of the things they want to do. This thing sounds cool as hell. It's got a really, really cool induction noise when you stomp on it, but there's just not, I can't feel any power gain or torque gain. Honestly, I doubt there's probably any mileage gain, gas mileage gained from it either, but you know what, that's okay. It was fun to put on. It gave me something to do on a Saturday. It replaced the dirty air filters, so I can live with that. Most of these factory vehicles, their intakes, because it's such an easy way to make cheap, efficient power, the factories design their intakes intentionally so that they're high flowing and try and protect them from heat. Because why give that up? As far as cost, from an engineering standpoint, cost-wise, it's an easy thing to do versus, say, increasing displacement. You know, it costs a lot more money in machining than it does to injection mold some plastic and a tube and a good filter. All over the place. Random thoughts today, sorry. But I'll go over that beast in another video later on, but this is the monster. That, I think, is what's going to be the primary content of this channel, most likely. It's what I have the most work on. I wish I had was on film when I built it, but if you've ever built an engine or seen an engine built, there's so much measuring and stuff that goes into this. I really didn't feel comfortable trying to film and explain on camera and do the YouTube thing while putting this together and not messing it up. So I just decided that I wasn't going to film it. I was going to concentrate on assembling it correctly, getting all my measurements right, clearances correct, not forgetting to torque bolts, not putting stuff together wrong, get it assembled, and I could talk about it and show photos that I took later. So that's what I did. So it's done. The engine's assembled basically. It needs accessories and stuff like that. Alright, we're draining. Cut to the next day. Coolant's coming out. It's the Toyota pink stuff. That's expensive. Little hack. Put a hose on that. Then you don't have to pull the what am I thinking of? Why can't I think of the name of that? Jesus. It's the Toyota Long Life pink stuff. I'm replacing it with the exact same stuff. I'm gonna flush it once with distilled, and then we'll drain it again and fill it up with the fresh coolant. Book calls for 100K for the first one and then 60 thereafter, so in 60,000 miles we'll have to do this again. Put that on like that. And then you take your funnel, put that on like that, pull your stopper up. Now you can fill this thing up past the radiator and then it'll bleed through. Alright, step 2. Get the drain closed, do the flush. You're going to fill the radiator with distilled water. It has to be distilled. You do not want to use stuff out of the sink, out of your hose, out of bottled water. The reason being is distilled has no impurities in it, and it doesn't have any kind of minerals or anything weird like that that would cause cause buildup, like calcium buildup or any kind of mineral buildup inside your cooling system. Alright, step 2, got the radiator full. Step 3, sorry. Got the radiator full. Start the truck, turn your heat on hot so the heater core opens up and starts sucking this water through, and you're going to let the truck warm up so the thermostat opens. It pulls all this fresh water in. If you don't have this tool right here, you're going to have to babysit this and keep filling it up as it sucks it down, because what it's doing is bleeding air out of the system. See if I can show it bubbling. See it bubbling? Alright, so we're going to do that and then drain this back out, because it'll get the rest of the old coolant out of the engine block once this thing heats up.